Kenyan army soldiers have rehearsed the inauguration ceremony ahead of Uhuru Kenyatta being sworn in for a second term. Kenya's Uhuru Kenyatta is due to be sworn in for a second term on Tuesday, an inauguration delayed by two disputed polls and a series of sometimes deadly street protests. At the same time, opposition leader Raila Odinga has promised to hold a memorial rally honoring the more than 50 people killed, mostly by police, in 4 months of political upheaval that has left the country deeply divided. Around 13 mostly African heads of state are expected to attend the ceremony at a Nairobi stadium where Kenyatta, 56, will be sworn in for his second and final 5-year term. His inauguration comes after Kenya's Supreme Court validated his victory in last month's rerun poll. However, the swearing-in may not draw a line under the country's political crisis, with Odinga vowing to fight on. The electoral strife goes back to an August 8 poll that was annulled in September by the Supreme Court, citing irregularities and illegalities. The court ordered a rerun in October that was boycotted by the opposition, handing Kenyatta a landslide of 98% of votes cast from just 39% of the electorate. The disputed election season has split the country along ethnic and regional lines, although political violence has not reached the scale of that which followed a 2007 poll when 1,100 were killed. Odinga, denied the presidency for a 4th time this year, believes that he was cheated, and the 72-year-old has refused to recognize the result. He has promised to found a third republic following independence from Britain in 1963 and a new constitution adopted in 2010, as well as to continue a program of protests and economic boycotts aimed at undermining Kenyatta's dictatorship. The current political crisis draws on a deep well of social, ethnic, and geographic grievances in the country of around 48 million people. In areas loyal to Odinga, an ethnic Luo, there is a sense of having been ground down and discriminated against since independence, not least by Kenyatta's Kikuyu group, which has given Kenya 3 of its 4 presidents. The months of disruption and unrest, plus the holding of 2 separate elections, have badly affected the economy, hitting the poorest hardest while leaving the wealthy political elites relatively unharmed.